Hi, my dear students. Welcome back. How are you all? I am fine. All of you, very good morning. Yesterday, we are discussing about exploring the world of science. In in this lesson, we have to discussing yesterday. We are discussing about in our previous class. We learned about science, curiosity, observation, and scientific thinking. Today, we will learn about experiments and scientific investigation and daily life applications of science. Okay, now are you ready to listen? Very good. Now we have to start the lesson today. In this lesson, today we are discussing about the topic one is experiments in science. Okay, when scientists want to find answers to questions, do they simply guess or not? No. Okay. Then what do they do? They observe and perform experiments. Excellent. Very good. Experiments help scientists find correct answers based on evidence. So we have to learn about experiments in science. An experiment is a test conducted to find out whether an idea or prediction is correct. Scientists perform experiments to test ideas, collect information, verify results, discover new facts. Okay? For example, suppose we want to know whether plants need sunlight to grow. How can we find out? By conducting an experiment. Okay? Take here we have to take two potted plants as we shown in figure. Okay? Keep one plant in sunlight. Keep another plant in a dark room. Water both equally. Observe them after a few days. Which plant grows better? The plant kept in sunlight. This experiment shows that sunlight is necessary for plant growth. Okay. Here we have to write these background points. A test to find answers based on observation provides evidence. So this is plant growth experiment. A test to find answers based on observations provides evidence. This is the one experiment to know the science. Okay. I hope that all of you understand experiments in science topic today. Now we have to discussing about scientific investigation topic 2. Here we show here a picture shows about scientific investigation. Scientific investigation is a systematic way of solving problems. Okay, scientists follow several steps and steps in scientific investigation is given here. First one is observation, second one is asking questions, third one is forming a hypothesis, and fourth one conducting experiments, and fifth one is recording results, and sixth one is drawing conclusions. It is shown in blackboard also. Here observation, questioning, hypothesis, experiment, results, and conclusion. These are all about steps in scientific investigation. Here, a teacher said, suppose students are absent frequently during rainy days. What question can we ask the student? Why are students absent during rainy days. The student is answered. Okay. Then teacher said, good. What information should we collect? Students, weather conditions, attendance records, transportation problems. Now teacher said, excellent. This is scientific investigation in classroom interaction. Okay. Here one activity is given here. We have to discussing about this activity. Teacher demonstrate this activity. We have to require materials are glass of water, spoon and sugar. Okay. Then teacher said, what happens when sugar is added to water? Then student give answer, it dissolves. Then teacher asked, what do you observe? Sugar disappear. The student is answered. And teacher is also said, let test it. If added sugar, let's test it. Add sugar and stir. Okay. What do we observe? Sugar disappears. Now teacher said, actually sugar is still present in the water. It has dissolved. So science helps us understand such changes. Okay. Here is one activity, dissolving sugar. Okay. What do we learn about scientific investigation in this topic? Scientific investigation helps us ask the right questions, explore, experiment and find answers. Okay. So, if anyone have to do some investigation, they ask the right questions, explore, experiments and find answers. Okay. Here the steps are given in icons. Here observe. First one is observation. What do we learn? First you want to observe the surroundings or observing the project. Okay. Then you have to ask questions about that project or surroundings and give some hypothesis and do one experiment and you have to write the results. Then you have to conclude that observation. Okay. Conclude that project or any other experiment. Okay. These are the steps of scientific investigation in science. Okay. All of you, I hope that all of you understand this topic. If you are all understand this topic, we we will go the next step. Okay. Next topic, that is daily life applications of science. Here we have to see regularly more examples in using the science in our daily life. Okay. Here teacher said, science is not limited to laboratories. We use science every day. Can anyone tell me where science is used? So many students are asking given examples here. First one is mobile phones, computers, fans, refrigerators, medicines. Teacher asks the asking the answering the students. Excellent, very good. So here we in applications of science in daily life, in which criteria is given here. First one is communication. Communication is nowadays communication is happens to using mobile phones, internet and television and other activities also, other it means tablets also. Okay. Laptops, tablets, etc. Okay. Next, transportation. In transportation the science is used so much. So for examples, making cars, buses, trains, aeroplanes, these are all using the laws of science. Okay. Next one, healthcare. Healthcare is very crucial part in the uh, crucial part of the person. Okay, that he used science in healthcare to making medicines, vaccines, medical equipment. These are all using the properties of science, applications of science. And agriculture. Nowadays we have to seeds are what seeds are strong and what seeds are weak. We have to know using of scientific methods in agriculture. So we have to need so much crop. Okay, then we used the seeds in quality and quantity seeds. So we test the seeds and we improve the seeds. These are all happens with use of science in agriculture. Okay, so improved seeds and some more irrigation systems and fertilizers. These are all making use the scientific formulas and scientific methods. Okay, here given the picture. Next one, education. Education. Education is very important to every people. Okay, every people must learn studies. Okay, they are focus studies well. Then they grow and how their people also grow. Okay, so education is very important. So nowadays education have so many changes are there. So for example, smart classrooms, computers, using computers, online learning, these are all the scientific attitude. Today we are learning the digital class. We are learning this lesson using digital class. It is the one of the application of science, one of the application of using science in education. Okay, these are all the applications of science in daily life. Here we have to write in blackboard also, science in daily life, communication, transportation, healthcare, agriculture, education. So these are all the uses of applications of science in daily life. Here we have to give some group activity. Think, pair and share. Teacher asked, discuss with your partner and list 5 things used at home that are based on science. Okay, here first of all, you and your partner discuss about list 5 things used at home. They are based on science. Here giving some examples: fan, mixture, mobile phone, television, refrigerator. Not only this, AC is also used in science, and current cooker is used in science. Is- the this way we have to give so many examples. Okay, here give only 5 examples. Okay, so teacher appreciate that students very good. Science is present everywhere around us. This is the science daily life applications of science in our life. Okay, now we have what we learn in this topic. Science makes our life easier, better and more comfortable every single day. Okay, we have to give applications also. Here some icons. First one is communicate faster using phones, travel safety using vehicles, stay healthy using medicines, grow more food using crops, da- and learn and grow use in education. These are all the daily life examples, applications of science. I hope that all of you, all of my dear students, understand this topic. If you have any doubts, please ask in comments. Okay. Now we have to recap, evaluation the questions and recap again this topic today. First one is evaluation questions here. What is experiment? What is experiment? If you have learned anything using some materials, that is called experiment. Okay. Then you can do that activity using some that materials, that is called experiment. Okay. Why do scientists conduct experiment? They conduct experiments to learn, to explain what they think in their minds. So scientists are conduct experiments. Okay. What are the steps in scientific investigation? Here we have to give scientific investigation. Already we have to learn in the previous session. Okay. If you, how does science help in healthcare? In science, the sciences help in healthcare in before prevention is better than cure. Okay, prevention is better than cure. That is the use of healthcare in science. Okay, give two examples of science in daily life. We have to given so many examples using science. For example, we are all watching TV. That is also scientific technology. Using scientific technology, we use daily summer in AC, air conditioner. That is also running in scientific formulas. And fans, lights, and mixes, grinders, and electricity. These are all applications of science in daily life. Why is observation important in experiments? Observation is key, plays key role in scientific experiments, because all the result is depending on observation. So scientific, any experiment can success or not, then give then if any experiment are success or not, that depending on only observing the experiment. Okay. So observation is very important to in experiments. Okay. So today what we learn, today we learned experiments in science, scientific investigation, steps of investigation, daily life applications of science, activity on plant growth and dissolving sugar. Okay. Here we have to give that experiment. Science helps us understand the world through experiments and evidence. Okay. So conclude this topic. Now we have to conclude this topic. Students, science is not just a subject in textbooks. Okay. It is all a way of thinking, observing, questioning, and solving problems. By applying scientific methods, we can understand nature and improve our lives. Okay, these are main key points in this topic. Okay, here today what we learned. Today we learned experiments in science. We have to take test tubes, test to find and discover new facts. Okay. Second one, scientific investigation. This is a systematic way of solving problems. Okay. Next, steps of investigation. Here we have to given the steps: observation, questioning, hypothesis, experiments, results, and conclusion. They follow these steps to find accurate answers. Okay. Daily life applications of science. That is, we can use the science in electricity, scientific investigation, plants growth, communication, transportation, healthcare. So science is used in many ways in our everyday life. Okay. Here give activity, already we have to learn is given here, and Science helps us understand the world through experiments and evidence. So, science is very important role, plays the important role in our daily life. So, let's keep exploring, questioning, and discovering the world of science. Okay, I hope that all of my dear students understand today's topic. Okay, exploring the exploring the world of science. Okay, this is the topics we have to learn: experiments in science, scientific investigation, and daily life application of sciences. I hope that all of you understand this topic very clearly. Then we are all. I hope I'm very thankful to you to listen my lesson carefully and interesting. Okay, if you have this lesson is useful to you, then you share and subscribe my channel, and it can be reaches so many people to learn science this lesson. Okay, very happy to teach this lesson today. I hope I am very happy to teach this lesson today, and you are also very listening, careful listening today this lesson. So we will meet again in the next class. Thank you so much. Thanks to giving this opportunity to me. Thank you once again. Like, share, and subscribe my channel to reach so many people. Thank you to all.